Right on, guys. Sweet. Setup, man. This is pretty sweet. Dude, that is sweet.
What's shaking, everybody? It's your boy King of the Golden State, fresh back from the Dallas Fan Expo. Had a great time. Had an amazing time. Hung out with, you may have heard of these guys, Ray and Marty from Comic Book Fanatics. They showed me some great hospitality. It was a great time. I hung out with them and their family, and it was cool. I mean, Ray, gotta say, your son, he ought to be the Flash for Halloween. He was super fast. Like, one time I see him, like, right next to me, and then next second he's blasted away, like, on the other side of, like, another room. And that kid's fast, man, I'm telling you. He's got a future in sports. But, yeah, had a great time. It was fun. I wish I had more footage for you guys of the Dallas Fan Expo. It was cool and all. But a lot of the volunteer crew out there were really, really blocking. They were really, like, preventing, like, people from, like, taking photos and video, especially in the, I guess you could say in the celebrity area was kind of a problem, because it looks like it looks like they were charging for photos, and that's probably why they weren't taking, they weren't letting us just take random shots anywhere out there, and they were hardcore out there, so, that's understandable, I guess. I mean, that's fine. I mean, nothing wrong with that, I guess, but, I mean, it was real Gestapo-like, like the Nazis came in and really just put an end to the whole thing. But, yeah, I picked up some stuff, including stuff from a celebrity who was able to sign a photo for me, which was cool. I wanted to get a picture with him, but like I said, they had a whole issue with the whole, you can't take a photo here with your phone. They have a certain location for that where they actually you pay like X amount of dollars just to get a photo with them. And, I'm sure if you're a comic fan or a celebrity, I'm sorry, comic fan or or a fan, like a sci-fi fan of like that celebrity, you understand because you probably may have taken a picture with the celebrity. But let me show you what I picked up from the expo, and we'll go from there. So, like I said, going back to photos, George Takei, love that guy. That guy is an awesome person. So he wasn't allowed to take like selfies or photos through anybody else's phone, but he had pictures to sign off and give out. He had a charge for it, but that kind of sucked. But it was cool and it was fine. It's like no big deal. So I paid for one of these pictures here that he signed, and it was like, to James, fondly, George Takei, Chalupa. But no, he was a really cool cat. That guy, he was really cool. I think he felt bad not wanting to take a photo with me in a way, but I'm not saying I'm like big shit or something, but I think it's just as far as a fan goes, he kind of felt bad having to say no, and I wanted to take a photo. I was willing to actually go and pay to take a photo with him, but I was trying to get to the Todd McFarlane line, and I regret being in the. I really regret being in the Todd McFarlane line because I stood in that line during the time when George Takei was taking photos. He had his photo op going on, and I was standing in line for the Todd McFarlane line, and he cut it off because of the fact that he had to go host the Stan Lee panel. So therefore, I was stuck in the Todd McFarlane line waiting, but I didn't wait because somebody held my space because I was like, I'm not going to wait here for an hour while he's over in a panel. But still, I regretted not going to get a picture taken with George Takei. I would have been willing to pay the money to go do it, but yeah. There's always next time. I got San Diego Comic-Con next month. Good chances are that he'll be at the San Diego Comic-Con, and that'll be that. So, yeah, I'm a fan of this. I love this guy. This guy's got the greatest voice and greatest laugh ever. I swear. But, yeah. And he also piloted the Star Trek Enterprise, so keep that in mind. This one came with my gift bag. It's the Civil War variant edition number 0. I'm not sure if you guys read it yet, but Civil War issue 1 came out last week, and Jesus, if you haven't read that, such a great issue. Definitely looking forward to it, and I'm going to read this number 0 either tonight or sometime during the week. But that Civil War, it's off to a rocking start. It's like I said, I think I said this before in the Wednesday pile. It's one of those things where they're trying to make money off of the Civil War movie that's coming out, so why not make Civil War 2? And honestly, they're doing a good job with it. I hate to say it. The first, because, I'm not one for them trying to make money off something, but it's like, they're killing it so far with that first issue, and I'm looking forward to reading this 0 issue, which led into the first issue. So, yeah, I was happy to get that, along with this like lithograph, which I kind of bent to shit of Frank Miller's lithograph. I wanted to get an autograph with that guy, but he had a line wait. I was like, it was way too much for me, and I already decided to get into the Stan Lee vortex and jump in line for that. And I got an Avengers issue signed by him, and it's being sent through CGC. And chances are I won't see that until, I believe, week 1 of the football season, which will probably be in September. Hopefully sooner. So we'll see about that. I sent a bunch of books through CGC. I know, Marky had a, Marky 316, I'm sorry, Marky 316 had a, issue with, CGC recently. And, I'm hoping my result is a little different. So we'll see. Yeah, I sent a handful of books through them, so, last week, and we'll see how it works out. Meanwhile, yeah, Frank Miller, I wanted to stay in line for him, but I was in line for the Stan Lee thing, and that one was just way too exhausting. for, you know, after that line to jump into another line. But then again, I jumped into the Todd McFarlane line, which, like I said, that one was pretty exhausting too. And I kind of regret the McFarlane line. I probably should have skipped him and went to George Takei, but that's neither far here nor there. I got these from Ray of Comic Book Fanatics because he knew these were on my list. Aquaman number 29, 30, and 31. And Ray, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. I got to look at your list of stuff that you need, and I'm going to find something for you, man. You have my word, because, you know, I'm just looking to complete the Aquaman run here and just read it all the way through. You know, just, you know, because I'm not a huge Aquaman fan, but, you know, I'll read Aquaman if I can read it all the way through in one sitting, just to pique my interest. But, Ray, once again, thanks, man. I will keep looking for... I think I've seen your list. I had to look for it. But I will see if I can find anything that's on that list and get it out to you. But, yeah. This is real big, man. Also went through a couple other booths. Picked up Iron Man 228. And, you know, it was... I forgot who posted this. Somebody else posted this. I'm not sure. You know, you had to tell me. But it was like Iron Man versus... the Captain, and for me it looks like Iron Man versus U.S. Agent, so I haven't looked at it yet. The place I went to was a place called Duncanville or something like that, and he had a lot of good books, and I'm gonna show that to you guys in a minute. But you know, I wanted to pick up, I mean, for being the fact that I was away, I'm from California, being the fact that I was away, I didn't want to pick up too many books that were like fillers, you know, because I would have loved to have picked up like a whole long box of stuff, but I don't know if I wanted to get, you know, worried about getting that stuff through TSA and stuff. And, you know, I'd rather have just, you know, grabbed what was there, you know, that I was kind of interested in a key form. So I grabbed a few little, you know, just a few things, but this one stuck out to me and I said, why not? I had to pick it up. So yeah, it had some good booths out there as far as vendors go. It wasn't just, you know, people trying to sell stuff and, you know, trying to promote their crap. It was more like, you know, here you go. You know, we got vendors. You can buy your books and fill up your collection. Had some fillers. X-Men number 37. Yeah, I'm getting closer. I'm kind of cutting these holes down. So I was like X-Men number 37. Yeah, X-Men 31. Well, you know, the Cobalt Man issue. Got a X-Men number 21. And that was another good issue there. And these are, like I said, these are definitely issues that are just, you know, that fill up my collection. You know, like X-Men number 20. Now, keep in mind the prices. Yes, it does read $100, but I got a discount on that. You know, I was able to knock it down about a few percent. But hell, it's cheaper than the price I paid for it. But yeah, I got that, and definitely it's filled up my spaces in my collection. I was very tempted to get some single numbered issues of X-Men, but like I said, I just didn't have too much space in my bag to do it. So who knows? I mean, San Diego Comic-Con's next month, and I'm driving down there with my friends and such. So it's you know, it's perfect because I can just throw stuff in their car, you know, and we'll just head on back. But you know, and it's in California. It's very close. Picked this one up. This was Iron Fist, Marvel Premiere featuring Iron Fist number 15. Really, really stoked to get this. You know, and I mean, as far as I could go, I mean, I tried to negotiate with the guy. As far as I could go, it was about 200, and it's about a 7.5. You know, I mean, there's like one little crease right there. You know, other than that, it's pretty damn good. I mean, it's better than paying like $800 or $1,000 for this thing, and I'm just happy to have it. So I'm looking forward to just reading this and putting this thing away at some point. So I did that. Also, I was kind of surprised I paid this much, and I might for this issue, but I might get this one pressed. The guy was kind of the guy wasn't a jerk, but he was kind of like, you know, it was kind of like, dude, you couldn't go down lower on a price, but whatever. So I mean, for this, I was fine with it. I got Captain America number 117, first Falcon. Got the now you may not believe this, but I got this for $100. You know, he wouldn't go any lower than that. I mean, it's definitely a reader's copy, but it's not too bad. It's actually not bad at all. I mean, there's like a crease right there if you can see it. You know, and you know, there's some action here on the bottom here, and you know, some color breaks, but you know, definitely a candidate for pressing. I mean, I could definitely get that thing pressed out, you know, as much as possible. And who knows? This could probably become this could probably be a 6, maybe a 6.5. I mean, after pressing. I mean, it's a pretty clean copy, and I was happy to get it. I mean, for $100, you know, I mean, I saw that and my eyes just popped out of my head, and I was like, why not? You know, to read it and get it pressed. So I'm probably gonna try to work on that this week. And from the same guy, I picked this up, and this one I could not say no to. This one was definitely a no answer, despite what he was offering. Avengers number 9, first appearance of Wonder Man. And of course, you guys heard that Nathan Fillion has been cast as Wonder Man, so that's kind of cool. This book, he sold this book to me. It's the same guy who sold me the Captain America. Sold it to me for about $400. And I didn't want to pay the price, but he, you know, claimed that he sold it to me by accident for $400 when he should have sold it to me for $8, because the copy is downright clean. I mean, it's not like photocopy clean, but it's clean. It's got a couple color breaks up here, maybe a few, like maybe small, like, you know, pieces of damage up there, but it's not noticeable. That's the thing. So this thing could be, if pressed, I mean, if you see right there, you see some action right there, and it's insanely clean. Let me take this thing out. It was hard for me to say no, despite the price. I mean, it was like, I mean, it is like super clean. Like if you see the gloss on that, it's insane. I mean, I saw that, and I was like, how can I say no to this? There's no creases on the front. I mean, right there, there's some action right there. And if I get this thing pressed, I mean, you're probably looking at like an 8, you know, probably an 8. And something like that, I had to say yes to. I mean, this thing's worth more than 4, even not pressed or not, even not pressed. And I had to pick this thing up. You know, I mean, and it's a single numbered issue of the Avengers. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to get this pressed and see if I can get it slabbed and see what kind of rating it comes out of. So hopefully it'll be, you know, a pretty high number. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. All right. This is probably my longest video I've ever done, but that's because I came from a con. So, you know, deal with it. All right. But also, guys, I picked this one up from another dealer, and it was only $100. Yep, Spider-Man number 40. And that's when, you know, that's an iconic cover, you know, where he beats the Green Goblin. They have that one they have this one, the dealer had it rated at 4.5, and I thought, okay, cool, but it's still, you know, everything's still together, you know, like the staple is still, you know, the staples are still attached to the cover. Only problem is the little nick right there. It's got a little piece that came off. That's really the one major thing. I mean, there's some creasing here and there, but not too bad. It could probably get pressed, like I said before, on other books, but I think it's perfect, you know, as far as something being like collection. So, I mean, it's not like a perfect issue. It's just perfect for me. And I saw this and it's like, how can you not pick this up? I was like, you know, I've seen other issues that were like higher than that. For 4.5, $100? Fuck that. You kidding me? I'll definitely grab that. You know, every day and Sunday. So, had to pick this up, and I will try to get that one pressed and see what I come out of. Now, for this is a personal grail of mine, which, like I said, it's personal to me, not to you, I'm sure, but when I was over at the con, I saw this, I showed this to Marty, and like I said, it was awesome. It was one of those things that blew my mind. And I used to have this when I was a kid. It's a big book, so I gotta pull this puppy back a little bit. Superman and his incredible Fortress of Solitude. Yes, this is a big ass book. This is a book I had when I was a child, back when I first messed with comic books, period. And my mom used to buy like 2 of these, one for me and one for my brother, just to mess around. And we used to scribble the hell out of these books, man. We thought they were like coloring books, and obviously they're not. But my goodness, if you're looking for old comic smell, I didn't open this until today. I opened this up and it had the strongest old comic smell ever in your life. It was so awesome. And I was just flipping through pages, and it's got the classic kind of telling of a story of Superman and like Lex Luthor and the Fortress of Solitude. And yeah, I saw this at a booth, and I didn't care about the price. I mean, even though, I mean, the guy paid, the guy charged me $25. I was like, cool, whatever, because I had to have this. I didn't see this anywhere for like the longest time, and I had to pick this up. This was so cool. Like I said, this is where I totally geek out. If you can find this, go find it. I mean, it's a hard one to find for me, but I loved it, and I'm probably gonna have to read this at some time this week and just engage in the old school comic book here. I mean, they had a bunch of these like that over at this booth, and it's a massive, massive book. So like if I compared it to a comic book, it's huge. So I mean, I'm just happy to have it, and yeah. I can't put it in a box, but I'm definitely going to put it in storage somewhere. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to reading it. It's great. Alright, guys. And now, on to our last book. And this is a book, well, I don't really care what's in it, because it was really a blank sketch cover. And I got it as I had a commission done by Lionel Francis Yu to do a blank cover for this. So here we go. It's an X-Men giant size issue. Let me adjust this real quick. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I paid for it, but I can tell you how much I paid for the blank cover. It cost me $15 there at the expo, which kind of sucked. If you ever go to these expos and you look to do a commission, look for an artist to do a commission, first thing you want to do is go buy blank sketch covers before you go to the con. Don't do what I did. Don't go, during the con, because they like to run those prices right up your crack. So I just said, what? I was talking with Lionel Francis Yu. Hey, if it's possible, if you do this, and we start negotiating prices, and it was a pricey one, but it's worth it. For me, I totally thought it was worth it. So I went to go run around the con, go find a place to give me a decent, a decent price for a blank sketch cover. And the best I could find was one for $15. Because it says X-Men, so I'm sure they knew they could probably make money off that. But I picked this one up and said, why not? Because, I would like for him to draw me like this Wolverine and Jean Grey picture, which I thought was really cool. And, I just told him, hey, just put something together where there's like 2 faces, the same picture, looking out, and I just thought it was awesome. So, for the price I paid, including the book, including the actual blank sketch cover, I'm very pleased. I'm looking forward to framing this. I don't want to send these things through like CGC or CBCS, because I don't know, I get paranoid on stuff like that. So I'd rather just get like my own casings for it and just put it together and hang them up on my wall. So yeah, I'm stoked about this stuff. So who knows? Look out for something like this next month. I might do something again like this next month. Real stoked. But anyway, guys. That's all I got from the Dallas Fan Expo. Like I said, Ray, Marty, Comic Book Fanatics, really happy to have hung out with you guys. Edwin, I saw at the Dallas Fan Expo. It was really cool. You're a real short guy, dude. I mean, shorter than short. Same with Marty. Marty, you're really short, dude. But anyway, it was a good time. Look forward to doing this with you guys again. If you guys have me, it's up to you. Yeah, looking forward to next month for San Diego Comic-Con, and go from there. All right, guys, take care. Have a good night. Peace.